Welcome to Her Career Studio. I'm your host and career coach, Lisa Virtue. Here we live by the mantra, thrive at work so you can thrive in life, because we know you are more than your day job. Each episode includes actionable tips and often mentor stories to not only boost your professional success, but also enhance your personal well-being. Join me as we explore ways to ensure your career uplifts your life. As you strive to achieve work-life harmony, head to hercareerstudio.com for free resources and coaching services to help support you during career transitions and challenges, such as when you are looking to find and land that next ideal job or promotion, or are leading a new team. We're here to support you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and please hit the thumbs up or leave a 5-star review if you are finding the content useful. This helps us keep going in our mission to help women in their careers. Thank you so much for your support. Hey there, and welcome back to Her Career Studio podcast. I'm Lisa Virtue, your podcast host, career coach, and guide in this process. I'm so excited to have you here for episode 2 of our new season. Thank you for joining. Before we dive in, don't forget to visit hercareerstudio.com to grab your free resume template and schedule a resume review. These resources are designed to save you time, eliminate frustration, and help you stand out as a candidate. So head to hercareerstudio.com after this episode to get started. Today, we are talking about the first step in your job search, and that is clarity. Specifically, why getting clear on your career goals will not only save you time and hardship, but will also help you land your ideal job faster. And I will reveal career coaching secrets as we go along on how to find that clarity. In order to bring this to life and illustrate, I'm going to share the story of Ashley, one of my amazing clients. She landed 3 interviews in 1 week after getting crystal clear on her goals, and this was after being ghosted constantly. Now, the secret to her success was something I like to call the magnetism effect, but more on that in a bit. All right, let's start with why clarity is so powerful in your job search. And this is the number one thing that I often see is neglected in people's job search when they're being ghosted and they're having a hard time landing those interviews and then landing the ideal job they're looking for. When you're not clear on your goals, your job search can feel scattered and overwhelming. You might apply to dozens of roles without feeling excited about any of them. Or worse, you could end up in a position that doesn't align with your values or strengths, leaving you completely unfulfilled, which is most likely why you're listening right now, because you're probably in a position where you're either in a toxic work environment or you're feeling unfulfilled in the work you're doing now. So don't make the mistake of jumping right into something that does not align with what you need. And when you're feeling desperate to be seen, you'll apply to just about anything, am I right? So that desperation will feed into this challenge we have of ending up in roles that just simply don't align to us. Now, the wider the net you cast, the harder it is to catch the right fish. This spreads you thin and begins to erode your confidence, one application at a time. I see this every day with job seekers in my work as a career coach. But when you get really clear on your goals and you stay true to them, everything changes. You're able to target roles in companies that truly align with what you want. Your network understands the type of roles you should be referred to. Your resume and cover letter are more focused and compelling, and you show up with more confidence in interviews because you know exactly what you're looking for. Now, let me introduce you to Ashley. When Ashley came to me, she was feeling stuck. She was applying to a ton of jobs in a tough job market, but wasn't hearing back. And she wasn't even sure she wanted the roles she was applying for. She said, "I just feel like I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks." Does this sound familiar? Here's what we did. We paused the job applications and focused on getting clear. Does that give you anxiety thinking that you're going to pause your job search in order to do this work? I know it did with Ashley. She was definitely hesitant when we first started and continued to be overwhelmed for about another week, still trying to throw her name in the hat for jobs that she saw opening. But we continued our work together and we walked through 3 simple questions to define her goals. She asked herself and journaled answers to these questions. Number 1. What type of work energizes me? What makes the time fly by? Number 2, what kind of company culture and team fits my values? And number 3, what are my non-negotiables? Things I absolutely need from a job. Now, through this process, Ashley realized she was passionate about helping small businesses grow. She wanted a collaborative, flexible work environment and a role where she could focus on client relationships. She also realized she was prioritizing roles with manager in the title, even though her strengths were better suited to being a hands-on individual contributor. That clarity was a game changer. Within a week, she rewrote her resume and LinkedIn profile to reflect her true goals and strengths. And here's the amazing part. She got 3 interview requests in the first week alone. So what happened? How did Ashley go from feeling stuck to attracting so many opportunities so quickly? This is what I call the magnetism effect. When you're clear about your goals and communicate them with intention, you start to attract the opportunities that align with you. It's almost like the universe takes notice. Clarity makes your story easier for others to understand, whether it's a hiring manager, recruiter, or someone in your network. For Ashley, this meant that her LinkedIn profile, resume, and even the way she talked about herself became that magnet for the roles she was excited about. She wasn't just applying anymore. She was showing up as the ideal candidate for the right jobs. The magnetism effect works because clarity helps you focus your energy on the right things, making it easier for others to see your value and understand your fit to the role. And when you do that, the results can feel almost effortless. Now let's talk about how you can create the same magnetism in your own job search. Start with the 3 questions I shared earlier. What type of work energizes you? Think about the tasks or projects that light you up and make that time fly by. Number 2, what kind of company culture or environment do I thrive in? Are you looking for collaboration, creativity, maybe full autonomy? And number 3, what are my non-negotiables? These could be salary, location, benefits, flexibility, or opportunities for growth. I also have one client who is looking for a role right now that has a 401k because she's really concerned about retirement, and so is her husband. So that's a non-negotiable for her, but that could be different for you. Write your answers down to each one. And remember, this isn't about knowing every single detail. It's about having enough clarity to guide your decisions and tell your story with intention. Once you have your answers to these 3 questions, use them as a filter for every job you consider. If a role doesn't align with your goals, don't waste your time applying. I'm going to pause here so that you can go back if you want to journal and go back to the 3 questions. Okay, back to if a role doesn't align with your goals and to not waste your time applying, what should you do instead? Instead, you should focus on the ones that match what you truly want. Here, patience is key. Just because you can do a job doesn't mean you should. So try to shift your mindset and approach and ignore those jobs that simply do not align. Now, I know clarity can feel like a big step, especially if you're still figuring out what you want. So what if you don't know exactly what you want and you just need a job? Maybe you're stuck doing this journaling exercise. If you're feeling unsure about your goals, that's okay. Clarity is a process and you can start small. Even small steps toward clarity can make a huge difference. So try these 3 steps. Number 1, reflect on your past roles. What did you enjoy and what didn't work for you? Write it down. Number 2, explore job descriptions. Spend some time browsing job boards or LinkedIn to see what catches your eye, and make sure you save them. Number 3, talk to others. Networking conversations can be a great way to learn about different roles and industries, helping you narrow your focus. Remember, clarity doesn't mean having everything figured out. It just means having enough direction to take the next step and to attract the right opportunities. So let's recap why getting clear on your career goals will land you a job faster. Just to convince you even further that you want to spend some time on this work for yourself. Remember, this is the number 1 issue people have in their job search. They may think they're clear, but they never went through these exercises, and then it's revealed that they actually were not clear. So even if you think you're clear on your goals and your non-negotiables, I encourage you to write them down. There is power in that exercise of getting pen to paper and committing to it in writing. So back to that recap. Number 1, clarity helps you target roles that align with your strengths, values, and priorities. Number 2, it creates that magnetism effect, attracting opportunities that are the right fit. And number 3, it gives you the confidence to tell your story efficiently and effectively in your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and in interviews. Ashley's story is proof of what's possible when you take the time to get clear. She didn't just land interviews. She started attracting roles that aligned with her vision and goals. And yes, she ultimately got that ideal job for her. And you can too. So that's it for episode 2 of season 2 of Her Career Studio. I hope Ashley's story and the idea of the magnetism effect inspired you to take a closer look at your own career goals. If you're ready to start applying this to your job search, visit hercareerstudio.com for free resources like our resume template that will help you build out that quick, concise story, and a resume review service to give you that valuable feedback to show if you're able to match your goals with your resume. These tools will help you take that next step with clarity and confidence. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And remember, you've got this. I'll see you in the next episode to continue to align your career goals with your job search. Have a wonderful day. Are you currently in the job search or looking to make a career transition? Her Career Studio has you covered. Hi, this is Lisa Virtue, the career coach and the founder of Her Career Studio that is dedicated to bringing you free resources. So head to hercareerstudio.com and get your free cover letter template, the guide to how to write it, and your free resume template. Keep it simple and use these tried and true resume templates that are also ATS friendly and in Google Docs so they're easy to edit and keep track of. This will build out your career story in writing so that you can get those interviews and ultimately land that ideal job. You got this. Good luck and best wishes.